This video is on question 44 from the 2012 IMAT paper. In this question we're asked which of the examples of homeostasis do not require the brain to be involved in the control process. I'm given temperature regulation, osmoregulation, which is the regulation of the water content of the blood, and blood glucose concentration regulation. So firstly, let's start with temperature regulation. So what structure controls this temperature regulation? The hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is a region in the brain which has a large role in homeostasis in the body, and for temperature regulation the hypothalamus has these thermoreceptors which detect the temperature of the blood, and the hypothalamus then coordinates the response to the detected temperature of the blood. For example, if the blood is too warm, the hypothalamus may send signals to the sweat glands to increase sweat production, to increase heat loss, and it may also cause vasodilation, say, to increase heat loss from the blood vessels. Next we have osmoregulation, which is the control of the water content in the blood. And so now, where is osmoregulation controlled? In the hypothalamus again. Special receptors called osmoreceptors detect changes in the water potential of the blood. And for example, if the hypothalamus detects that the blood water potential is too low, the hypothalamus produces a hormone called antidiuretic hormone, or ADH, which is then secreted into the blood by the pituitary gland and ultimately allows water to be taken back into the blood from the collecting duct and the distal convoluted tubule. And finally, blood glucose concentration regulation. Now, does this require the brain? No, this is entirely done in the pancreas, with the alpha and beta cells detecting changes in blood glucose concentration and alpha cells producing glucagon or beta cells producing insulin to allow the necessary response to be taken, whether that is to elevate the blood glucose levels or to decrease them. So we can see that as temperature regulation and osmoregulation both require the hypothalamus, they do both require the brain in the control process. But as the blood glucose concentration regulation is only controlled by the pancreas, this does not require any action from the brain. And therefore we can see that 3 is the only option which does not require the brain, and therefore this corresponds to answer B.